What's good, YouTube? Flash Feet back for another video. All right, WNBA action. We got the Washington Mystics versus the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever go to 6-10 after defeating the Mystics 88-81. Again, man, led by what stood out. If you really paid attention to the game closely, what stood out was the interior defense of the Fever. Something Christy Sides has gotten out of this team over the last few games. Now, mind you, the Mystics are horrible. There's no doubt about it. But still, they got some talent there with Aliyah Edwards, who only managed 4 points. They got to find a way to get more out of her. Stephanie Dolson is their center, but she's always like around the 3-point line. So that's kind of, so our 14 points are not like necessarily against the centers, at least in the interior. So you're mostly just out there. So I don't know if that's affecting Edwards or whatever, but 4 points, they got to get more out of that. But I credit a lot of that to the defense that is coming from Aliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith. This was the key to the victory. Okay, it really was. That's not to mention Aliyah Boston gives you 22 points, 8 rebounds. And then Kelsey Mitchell gives you 22 points and three rebounds. All right. Now, in the midst of this here, Caitlin Clark is able to go and get 12 rebounds. Most of them are defensive rebounds, from misses from the other team. Listen to what I'm saying to you, why the interior defense is so important. The interior defense, of Boston and Alyssa Smith leads to the rebounds that are available for Clark. All right. Now, it's true that Clark can help to, she helps. She got some assists, about 6 of them. Not bad. She does assist Boston at times, but they're running a lot of good actions in general. And they're spreading the ball well. You got Lexi Hull. She only had 2 points, but I don't know. She still does a decent job of spreading the defense out. Saw a lot of good efforts from them. Erica Wheeler comes in, pitches 9. This here's the formula going forward. This is the best situation, right? Caitlin Clark, like I said, 18 points, but it's a comfortable 18 that she gets where the game kind of flows to her. This is what you want. Don't want her out there just forcing the issue. So she gets the 12 rebounds, the defensive rebounds that come as a result of the interior defense. Is able to get 18 points. I got to talk about these points that they're scoring. Well, this is the second game in a row now. We're noting this, okay? This is the second game in a row that the opposite team, the opposition, is complaining about the whistle of the referees. And there was a point in the game where the Fever actually had 10 more free throw attempts than the Mystics. I'm looking for a more thorough breakdown of the stats here. It's funny, I can't seem to find that. Let me see. All right, what we got here? Are they going to show the free throw attempts? Unbelievable. Right, I would actually go and count how many times they had the free throw line. Okay. But there was a point in the game, the announcer said that the Fever had 10 more free throw attempts than the Mystics. And then, and then that's just crazy. But I get it. The Mystics are 2-13, they're not bringing in fans, so it's more advantageous for the league to have the Fever in the playoffs. I understand that, but I just hate to see the integrity of the game messed with like that. Now, this isn't to take away from the fact that the Fever went out there and won the game, did their thing, and doesn't take away from the reality to Washington Mystics are just horrible, okay? They won 2 games out of 15. They're horrible. Caitlin goes out there, 18, 6 assists is good, but then it's 6 turnovers, right? What you want to see from her is a better assist to turnover ratio. All right, here it doesn't kill the team because, you got Aliyah Boston carrying the load and Kelsey Mitchell carrying the load, really, of the scoring. Caitlin's scoring came a lot towards the end of the game at the free throw line. Like, anyone who's honest, they saw it. She got to the free throw line, and that was kind of like the bulk of the scoring. Now, there was a situation where she got a nice little steal. There was a little 5-point swing that she helped to create there, right? But this is good. She's a rookie. She's just comfortable. Don't give her the keys. Let her share the keys. All right. But to get as many turnovers as you got assists, just, if we're just looking at her game in a vacuum, she has to improve that. There's no doubt about it. Now as far as the Mystics, man, they got they have some decent talent there. Like that Aliyah Edwards, man. Listen, the best player on the floor tonight, as far as individual performer, is Ariel Atkins. Who dropped 27 points. Okay, she doesn't get one rebound, 2 assists, but excellent defense she plays. What confuses me is why they don't have her play Caitlin Clark the whole game, and then that's the thing. She is an all-league defender, first team all defense, right? And Clark fans, they talk about, Caitlin Clark is going up against this stellar defense every night, and they play a defense nobody has ever seen. That's nonsense. Tonight, as well as, really, if you go back to the Connecticut Sun game, the Connecticut Sun, they weren't doing any of that 94 feet stuff. Nick Carrington was actually picking her up half court, which you have to do that because she'll pull up from the logo. So you got to pick her up half court. And ever since then, if you look at the Chicago game, they weren't blitzing her. And she wasn't blitzed at all, this game. Matter of fact, they weren't, like I said, they were putting Samuelson on her. The white girl. They didn't even have like the best defender on her. Ariel Atkins until around the fourth quarter for a couple of plays, and you saw it was completely different when Atkins was on her. Clark has to push off all the time, and she's lucky they're not calling that. These are the little things you want to see her improve in her game. As far as the other rookie, Aliyah Edwards, I like her game. I love when she played against Chicago. She looked really good in there, but for some reason she gets 4 points tonight. I'm putting some of that on Atkins and Van Loo. Like you gotta get the ball to her in spots where she's comfortable scoring. But also you gotta credit Smith and Aliyah Boston for kind of like shutting her out, shutting her down. Though, from watching the game, I think part of the problem is she's oftentimes out there against 2 defenders, whereas, it's crazy because Dolson is out there to shoot threes. The Mystics just played a bad game. They go out there and they shot like 9 3-pointers in the first quarter, so they're already down. Especially when you go out there and you miss the first 8 of them. That's just craziness. It's just crazy, man. And the Mystics fought. They had chances to win at certain points, but they're just one of those teams that just have a losing culture right now. They're just finding ways to lose. Man. So, that's pretty much my synopsis of that game. About to get ready for this Aces game. So, peace out.